Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Tales of Vesperia and we are on top of Mount Temsa where we were searching for Judith, aka Judy, and we figured out that the hunting blades were here too, and I presume that they were hunting down Baal, the friend of Judith. So we're gonna go to the top of the mountain and see who we can find there, but considering at the same moment here, I'm gonna think we're gonna fight Nan, and it's gonna be a defining moment for Carol, cause he can't run anymore. He needs to stand up for himself, so let's see what happens.
So, you are aware that this place was the ground on which the Great War was fought?
Yeah, we heard from the old man here.
The Great War was sparked by a type of blastia. What?
And we know which one it is.
This was not a blastia that had been excavated. It had been constructed in the city of Temsa using a new type of technology. The Hermes Blastia.
Okay, that's something different. I thought it was gonna be the souls of the Entelexia, the creatures, so... But if that's not the case, then what is the Hermes Blastia?
Hermes Blastia?
I've never heard of it. And if you say it was newly built...
I didn't think you could make a new blastia.
The Hermes models were even more effective at converting air into energy. They were intended to revolutionize the technology of blastia.
But something went wrong.
The blastia using these Hermes-type formulas required massive quantities of air. The Airkrina began producing abnormal amounts of air in order to compensate.
That would mean the end. Not just of humanity, but all life on this planet.
Just like we saw at Cave Mock and the Wizened of Kados. Wouldn't like to see that happen everywhere.
Very true.
The Intertwine realized the dangers of the Hermes Blastia before the humans, and they moved to destroy them.
Which created a conflict that grew until it eventually became the Great War.
So then the Intertwine fought against the humans to help the planet?
But why didn't they tell the humans how dangerous those blastia were?
Well, I'm pretty sure they told them, but knowing humans, we probably didn't listen. And Rita is having... yeah... anger management issues, I think.
Neither side probably cared much if the other brought itself to ruin. There's never been any love lost between humans and Entelexia. Probably didn't talk much.
Or maybe there was another reason. But what does any of this have to do with you, Judy?
Temsa fell to the flames of war, and the technology of the Hermes Blastia was believed lost.
Wait, you mean there are still Hermes models in operation?
Yes, at Rago's mansion, Emmett Hill, Gosferost, not to mention.
The Ceres Blastia on the Fiertia.
That new Ceres blastia must have been a Hermes blastia. So then you've been destroying the blastia in place of the Entelexia.
You could have mentioned that. Why didn't you say something? Were you gonna save the world all on your own? Are you stupid?
Maybe a little bit. She's not wrong though.
What was that?
Baul!
Really? You too.
It looks like we found our mark.
You will not pass.
You're a person, aren't you? How can you defend a monster?
How can the hunting blades be so dense that they don't know the difference between a sentient monster and an actual monster? There's such a big difference between the two. With one you can reason, you can talk to. Doesn't... yeah. Such a blind stare that they have.
Didn't you get the news? I said nobody lays a hand on one of our own.
We won't allow that. Not even from you, Nan. We were having a conversation over here. Butt out!
I can't believe these guys. Such scallywags.
I don't usually like to get my clothes dirty, but...
Everyone!
Have the hunting blades added people to their list of targets?
I think if they're in the way of their target of presumed monsters, then yeah, they will hunt anyone that's in their way. I'm sure of it.
Nobody who associates with monsters can rightly call themselves a person.
Carol, have you forgotten the credo of the hunting blades? Step aside.
Well, you kicked him out of the hunting blade, so that credo doesn't mean a thing anymore.
Monsters are evil, and the hunting blades pursue that evil. But the Intertwine aren't evil. They were fighting to save the world.
Don't let them fool you with that credo nonsense. They're on a job. They're here for the Ep42.
It seems you won't listen to reason.
Well, neither do you, so we got that in common, that's for sure.
If you have no intention of moving,
Then we'll move you.
You leave us no choice.
Judith joined the party. Does he have to be in the combat party? Judith is not in your party. Please form a party with... Yeah, of course. Yeah. Repeat for Judith. Equipment. Do we have something better? We do? The gigantic amount of tribal guard. No, I think it's not that big of a difference. Well, let's leave it as it is. I think he should be fine. He's a direct attacker too. Yeah, we should be able to manage that. Let's go. Ooh, with this kind of music, they have to be difficult to handle. It's a lot, but it's two of them, so it's gonna be hard. I can always taste it.
That's the rule of the hunting blades. I don't care what you think of monsters. I will protect Baruo, even if it costs me my life.
It's pretty stupid to... think anything out of
Oh, she has a lot less.
the ordinary is
Well, hello, target.
monsters is punishable by death.
You're worse than monsters.
Really, we weren't even close to him.
So what's your excuse?
Shut up! We hunting blades will not back down.
So I guess we just gotta fight this out.
Don't blame me.
Oh, they even got mystic arts.
Puts us at a disadvantage. We're not done yet.
Yeah, do we have a couple of... 13, this would definitely help a bit. Really?
Come to me. Stop. I have an idea.
That move really did not help, because I wasn't able to use my move at all.
Oh, now you've gone and done it.
Alright, don't know what we did, but it was an objective. Let's see, lemon gel.
Maybe I can heal you.
Yeah, that goes a bit fast, doesn't it? Yeah, sorry, I'm kinda preoccupied. Ah, come on. The green ones should always work. Ooh, another one. I think it's just to tip her over or something, or in a stun. Alright, at least one down. That should at least level the playing field a little bit. Ah, come on. Ah, come on. That stun is really annoying in this game, but we'll manage. I think we can do this. Alright, that's of course not, needs to do it herself. Whoa, did he increase his HP? Because it was definitely 75. Insane.
Holy power. Come to me.
There's no way out.
Guaranteed death. No. Really? What use is using healing items if he can just really can you just walk normally, please? No, stop chasing me. I can't use an item because you are annoying when I do. Oh wait, she already healed us, then I can... Slightly annoying, but more than doable. Protect ring, resist ring, special flag, and death sight.
Not done yet.
That's the logical outcome. I will use this power for justice.
Like I said, we handled it nicely.
Man, I'm sorry.
At least he didn't run away this time. I think that's something he at least can be very proud of. Let's see, is the healing point still there, or did I remove it after this fight? No, it's still here. Perfect. Means at least I haven't got to use items for that. Let's check up on our friend first, shall we?
What's happening?
Baul is trying to evolve as an interleucia.
It looks like he's suffering.
Baul, come on.
He's evolving, isn't it? Like a Pokemon. A little bit like that.
You can do it!
No!
No, don't. You saw what happened before. Really?
I want to heal your wounds, but there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, please restrain yourself, because I know you want to help, but you're lethal to these creatures.
My power is poison to you, isn't it?
Healing wounds isn't your power, Estelle.
What do you mean?
Don't you remember Bellius's words?
Power corrupts, but you are different. Never lose that kindness, the compassion you so readily show to others.
Yeah, because even if you don't use your powers, there are other ways you can help.
My compassion for others.
Your thoughts are reaching Baul. I'm sure of it.
All we can do now is hope for the best.
And protect him while he's going through his stages.
Well now.
Amazing.
Show
I knew
us.
you could do it.
Your partner seems like he's gonna be just fine.
Yes. Thank you all for helping to protect him.
Anytime.
This is something I couldn't have done alone.
You're one of us. Of course we'd help.
That's right.
Wow. He's freaking huge.
Didn't I tell you? You got through to him. You make it through to Pharaoh as well. Will you be going to meet him?
Oh, most definitely.
That's up to Estelle to decide.
I'll go. It's been the purpose of my journey after all.
Are you sure? What if you end up getting killed?
Even still, I've got to stand firm on this.
It won't be too long before the hunting blades send reinforcements. How about a change in scenery before they show up and spoil the party?
That might be a good idea.
There's only one path down from here, though. We're bound to run into them.
The skies are wide open above us.
Have you lost your mind?
Get on. We'll fly as far as the Fiertia. We can finish talking once we arrive.
A flying whale. Wait. He's making the ship, the Vuelta, into an airship? That's really cool.
Judy!
Must be exhaustion, isn't it? All the anxiety she's been going
She's
through.
sleeping. She must be exhausted.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, I mean, she just keeled over. Wasn't expecting that.
I bet she watched over Baul the entire time he was evolving. She probably didn't get much sleep. She probably had no idea when the hunting blades would attack either.
She was putting up a brave front, but she must have been near the end of her rope.
She's just dumb. She doesn't know how to express what she's feeling.
Well, kind of ironically come from you, Rita, because you have the exact same problem.
And I'm really glad we're able to help Judy out.
We can finish talking with her tomorrow. We should let her sleep now.
Definitely.
In fact, I wouldn't mind a little shut-eye myself. We still haven't heard Judy's side, so we can't say anything, but she sure caused the guild a major headache, breaking blastias all on her own. There's no getting around that fact, no matter what her reasons. We have to settle this. Man, I hate waiting.
Well, I think you're right. I think it's a good time to take a rest and talk to everyone and see how everything goes.
Are you thinking about Judy?
Yeah. I'm wondering what we should do about her.
Keep her in the guild. Treat her as a friend. Open up to her. Give her a chance to unload.
It's true that she broke the guild's laws and betrayed us.
I always thought that a guild's strict adherence to its own laws was what kept it together.
No, I think they're more like guidelines. The people itself is what keep the guild together.
That there could be no exceptions, no lenience for those who would break the laws, but...
She did what she did to save the world. Judy is destroying Blastia because she knows it's the right thing to do, even if it makes people hate her.
Yep, Judith didn't break our laws in order to do something bad. I know this now. I'm gonna talk with her about it and give it some more thought. I'll figure this out eventually.
Oh yeah?
Maybe if I become a little more decisive, Nan will listen to me too.
Well, Nan will respond to your actions. That's all what matters. I have to be able to decide. I know that. Are you going to leave it up to me to decide what's right and what's wrong? Well, you are the guild leader. We can give you advice, but you're the one that has to make the decision eventually.
So does an old man past his prime fit into the picture at all?
Of course. We need somebody to take the hit while we're running away. So yeah, definitely.
What are you whining about, old man? Why are you past your prime?
What Judith was talking about before. Hermes Blastia, was it? Blastia created with techniques that should have been lost in the war are still active. Do you know what this means?
I guess someone who survived the war brought either Blastia or those techniques back with him.
If that person was still using the Blastia, even though he knew it was harmful to the Earth, someone like that would have to be quite the villain indeed.
Very.
Old man, don't tell me you...
Hey now, yours truly was nothing but an innocent youth on the straight and narrow back then. I wouldn't do something like that even on my worst day.
I was just trying to trick you into giving yourself away. You're a slippery one.
Son of a... When are you gonna learn some respect for your elders?
Depends on the elder, Raven. Brings back memories from the past.
Don't fall overboard.
Oh, I'll be careful. Yuri, the world sure is big.
Yeah. Even though we're flying this high in the air, we still can't see everything.
If the world's this big, I guess it makes sense that there'd be so many things we don't know. It might not make that much of a difference whether I get my memories back or not.
Are you saying you'd be okay with not getting them back?
I'm saying that I'm not the only one who feels restless and anxious not knowing the truth. Everyone's worried about something. Even you and Estelle.
You think so?
Isn't that why everyone's here? Isn't that why Judy came back?
And is that why you're here too?
I don't want to be alone.
You know, you're being pretty honest today.
It's not a bad thing, is it?
I'm always honest.
Well, you're honest to yourself. I think that's what we can determine. If it's always to us, I don't know.
Really? Well, maybe you are.
Well, stay for me timbers, Bowl. You never lay eyes on that out at sea. True. A sight to behold, and he's our friend.
Oh, Yuri.
Sorry to interrupt while you were thinking.
Ever since I took Belius's life without meaning to, I've wanted to know what it means to be the child of the full moon, so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've always thought that it was my duty to know, but after what happened to Belius...
That's how everyone is. They do something, they learn. They do something else, they learn more.
You too, Yuri?
Yeah?
Maybe if I had known everything ahead of time, I wouldn't have made any mistakes.
But it's impossible to have a life without mistakes, because mistakes is what forms us. It helps us find a way to improve, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, not always.
There's only one thing I can say for sure.
What's that?
Maybe you wouldn't have made any mistakes, but it sure would have been boring.
I really wonder.
I want to know what the child of the full moon is. I need to find out for myself. Well, that part I definitely got.
Is that the core from the Ceres Blastia that Judy destroyed?
Yes, it's definitely cut with a different formula than a usual core. It looks like what she said was true.
She said she wasn't too good at lying after all.
To discover that the new technique you created was bad for the world, after what must have been years of research. I can't imagine how the person who created the Hermes technique must have felt.
Well, what if it had been you?
If I found out that it hurt the Earth, I would have to do something about it.
Change it so it doesn't hurt the Earth.
But I wouldn't destroy the Blastia like that.
What the?
Nothing.
It is something.
If only things weren't so complicated. I could have just blasted her into oblivion and been done with it.
Come on. You realize something? I understand her motives, but I still don't agree with it. It's just so frustrating. Thank you. Ruff. It's open, but there's no point in going inside. It's just a storage room. She's sound asleep. Let's let her sleep a bit longer.
Morning, Yuri.
Morning.
It's a beautiful morning, but even as we stand here, the air is out of balance, and our world may already be dying.
That's right.
Judy!
Well, look who's feeling better.
In the past, these slight fluctuations of the air have not negatively affected our world. There have always been beings who maintain the balance by sensing changes in the airflow. Beings like Pharaoh and Baul, the Interlakeia.
So the Interlakeia were responsible for keeping the air balanced.
For ages, the Interlakeia have regulated the air, but the recent increase has been greater than they could control.
Which is being caused by the Hermes Blastia.
And which is also why you were going around taking down as many of them as you could.
Yes, that was my mission. The path I walk with Baul, to whom I owe my life.
The path you walk.
Now some would even hunt the Interlakeia for apatheia. This has made the mission of the Interlakeia even more difficult.
Why is everybody so crazy about these apatheia anyway?
I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The air an Interlakeia absorbs becomes condensed within its body over time. When its life is at an end, that condensed air forms a crystal, an apatheia.
So that does give us an answer about why it is so powerful. Because if it uses so much air, that's like concentrated power.
That's all I know. I imagine Pharaoh could shed more light on the subject, though.
So apatheia are crystals of concentrated air. If that's true and the energy could be extracted from the apatheia, it would be a source of overwhelming power, I'm sure.
Could we really do that?
I don't know.
But if that's possible, there must be tons of guys who want those things.
I bet somebody wants to use these things for the wrong reasons.
There always are.
Why didn't you just tell us all this from the beginning?
Seriously, we could have avoided all this trouble if you just talked to us. Am I wrong?
Even if you had known, there are things not even you could have prevented.
What do you mean?
I showed up at Heliord because Baul had sensed a disturbance in the air. Where there was a disturbance, there was sure to be a Hermes Blastia. But what I found there was not a Blastia, it was a person. That had never happened before.
So it wasn't like you were looking for Estelle in particular back at Heliord.
Yet for some reason, Baul perceived Estelle as a disturbance in the air. I had to find out why. For the sake of the path I've chosen, it was at that time that Pharaoh first appeared. He seemed to have some idea who Estelle was. My mission was to destroy all the Hermes Blastia. However, Estelle was obviously not a Blastia. I needed to make absolutely certain. I made a deal with Pharaoh, and he agreed to grant me some time.
You mean...
Destroy all the Blastia, and maybe figure out what Estelle is and destroy her too?
If it became apparent that her existence posed too great a threat, then I...
Exactly. Well, that is logical from their perspective, isn't it?
I would kill her.
You what?
Wait! Rita!
Settle down. Obviously, Judith reached a different conclusion.
All right, I get it.
Belius said you possess a heart of compassion. If you can communicate that to Pharaoh somehow, you may learn what you should do.
Hey, there's no real reason for you to fight Pharaoh anymore, right? I mean, we know the Hermes Blastia are what's causing the problem and everything. If we just make sure the Apatheia don't fall into the wrong hands...
I still want to meet Pharaoh. I want to hear what he has to tell me.
But...
Please try to understand. I have to know more about myself, and take responsibility for who I am.
All right.
Sorry, Yuri. I don't think we can decide what to do about Judith right away.
I promise not to leave again until things have been settled, as you said. I need to accept that responsibility myself.
Let's go and find Pharaoh. We'll finally be getting around to one of the first things we set out to do. We can work out the rest once this is finished.
There is a rocky crag in the center of the sands of Kogor. That is where Pharaoh lives.
Ah, well, from a hindsight, that does sound logical, because he has been sighted there, and that's in the middle of the entire field.
Baul can take us there.
Okay, let's go. This meeting's been a long time coming.
That is true.
I can communicate with Baul, but there are still a few things you should know.
Like what?
Baul can only land on the ground in wide, open spaces, so you won't be able to dismount on steep mountain ranges or in narrow canyons.
Can't he land on water?
Water's no good either.
Really? He looks like he'd be a good swimmer.
Yeah, he'd sink like a rock.
Huh. Who knew?
Apparently she has tried in his previous form.
But that's why we have a ship, right?
Right. If you'd like to get down onto the ocean, let me know. Baul will set our ship down there for us.
Okay, but what should we do when we want to fly again?
Use Baul's horn to call him to you.
Bowels. That's all there is to it?
Every Interlakeia has a special region in its brain that can be used for communication with a special power Critians possess.
Huh. So we can get a hold of him by using that.
Right.
Baul's horn. Land, bring on menu, toggle, and thing. I figured out how hard can it be.
Judith, you're familiar with Pharaoh, aren't you?
Is he really as scary as he seems?
Well, let's see. Sometimes he's logical, sometimes he's emotional. He can be really scary or really kind.
All right, that didn't help very much.
One thing's certain, his power is extraordinary, even among the Interlakeia.
Here's hoping we don't wind up looking like poor old Mount Temsa the moment we meet him.
If he can do that to a mountain, there wouldn't be anything left if he turned on us.
I wish you wouldn't joke about scary things like that.
Why should we get scared before we even get there? Especially if he's that strong.
Wish I could take it as lightly as you and Yuri.
Yeah, because if he's strong enough to wipe us off the planet, there's no sense in worrying about it, because things happen as they happen. Oh, very cool. I love the fact that we have an airship now. We can go everywhere. It actually worked. Alright, does mean that we can open up the entire map if we wanted to. I wonder if that does anything. They should definitely have a skid or something, right? Well, we know where we want to go, but it might be wise to go to a few previous places to see if we can sleep at the inn, trigger a scene, and I know why. Replenish some of the stock. There's a mansion. Then crest.
I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the interlockeia.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Rapide?
Yuri, you want to talk to Rapide?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
Definitely. Wait, we can't enter from here? Damn it. Alright, at least we can go to the shop here, we can sleep at the inn, see what happens. Because I'm sure at some inns we'll get scenes. We have had that before, so why wouldn't we have them now? Oh, welcome. This Fortune Market number 1. We got new stuff. Do you now? Let's see. Equipped. Didn't get that one because he wasn't here. Aries, I don't think we have that one either. And the rest was, I think, just old stock. I think we still have one in stock apparently, so that one is for Carol. Alright, good. Thank you very much. We're always open. He has that mastered. 2 weapons. 765. Room blade first. Yes. Also for spirits number 2. Uh, 553, 26. Yeah, so many. So you got still 4 even. I want to go with the lovely dog, because I'm very curious to what that will bring. Chain and Hellfire. Why not? Alright, new weapons all around with new skills to learn. Let's try sleeping it in, see if something happens. Hey, phew. I can't sleep. Hey, Carol. Can't sleep? Yeah, I had this bad dream. Bad dream? Yeah, I was dreaming that everyone was about to die, and I was trying to run to save them, but no matter how hard I ran, I never got any closer. Well, that sounds like a pretty bad dream, yeah. I got so scared that I woke up. Well, if you can't sleep, at least you won't be keeping us up with all your noise. You don't know? Well, maybe that makes sense. Carol, you talk in your sleep. I mean, a lot. How could I know that? I'm asleep when it happens. Yeah, I guess you're right. Carol, if you're still shaking up about the Don's dad. It's not just what happened to the Dawn. I don't know what I should do for Brave Vesperia. I don't even know what I can do. I still have to figure that out. I see. And that's why I've been having trouble sleeping. Do you have worries that are keeping you up, Yuri? Nah, not me. I'm a man of action. Thinking about things too much just makes my head hurt. I prefer moving my body rather than those rusty gears in my head. It suits my personality better. Your personality, huh? Well, I wonder what suits my personality better. Well, maybe if you went to sleep and had a good dream. It would help you figure things out a bit. Well, I can't keep running away to my dreams. Well, you wouldn't be running away. You'd be dreaming so that you can come back to us. Yeah. I'm sure that once I go back to the inn and lie down, I'll be able to sleep this time. Don't worry about me. You can go on ahead. Gotcha. They are good friends. And Yuri, sometimes Carol needs to, he blasts him real hard. I think that's good. Well, even if he reasons things out in his head, his heart is slow to follow suit. I guess that's just how he is. The Insomniac title. Alright, see if there's another scene laying in wait. Dawn. I have to get stronger. Yeah. Being viewed by the son of the Dawn. Grandson, let's be honest. One more? Yeah, rah. Hey. Wow. Oh, you startled me. Huh? Aren't you Harry, right? Well, weren't you practicing here last time too? Oh yeah, I always have trouble sleeping whenever I come back to the city. Because of the Dawn? Yeah, I want to be strong like he was. Every time I think of what he did, I feel like I have to work harder. You can borrow this. What's this? It's the sword that the Dawn used. Whoa, it's heavy. It feels heavier than it looks. Yeah, all the responsibility of holding the guild together is contained in that sword. Yeah. Well, I'll let you use it whenever you're practicing here. It should be for better training than you'd have in the past. I can use this sword? Well, I'm just lending it to you though. You have to give it back in the morning. I still need to work on mastering it myself. I see. Thank you. Oh, that is really nice. The Dawn sword. Alright then. I'm guessing if we have a couple of these kind of scenes, we're going to end up with another title. Yeah. Well, your stance is still too weak. You'll never be a good fighter as the Dawn was like that. Well, that's it. Imagine your opponent in front of you and swing that sword just so. Right. Oh, it's getting closer. Maybe a couple of more times? Yeah, rah. Okay, one more attack and then take a break. Right, dragon uppercut. Well, it looked like you've gotten pretty good at using his sword. Maybe, but I still have a long ways to go. Look like you've surpassed me. What do you mean? You've learned the weapon art that's stored in that weapon. Oh, I see. But what is this art? Well, the Dawn used this weapon. It's gotta be a good one, right? Yeah, it seems like it. Well, you're surpassed me. You won't need to borrow this weapon anymore, I think. Yeah, right. Thank you, Harry. Special skill. Ooh, I wonder what that is. Try one more time. Because if nothing happens, then we're gone through all the scenes we can get to this in. And on the next one, we'll go by all the other inns as well. Because there has to be 1 or 2 scenes spread around the world too. Coward. That's not the one this. Is there actual special skill? There is. Trigger a mystic art with overlimit 3 or above. Hold B after arcane art or above. Ooh. That's really, really cool. I wonder with him too. I'm sure at one point we'll get it. But yeah, this was really, really useful. So definitely a reason to go around the planet to all the inns, sleep until there are no more scenes, and then we can continue to Pharaoh. We'll probably get that the next time. And hopefully at the end we still have some money left. But for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time. As we go on scene hunting. And after that, continue on with the main story. See you then. Bye bye.